All right, so I'm coming to you with a bit of breaking news from Tesla. There's actually a few things going on right now, and some of this is unexpected. There's a little bit of news on the refresh of the Model Y. There's a little bit of news on a new battery technology. And just moments ago, Tesla did update the ordering configuration for the Tesla Model 3. Now, before we dive into all of that, I do want to thank today's video sponsor, Drive Protected Shop. At Drive Protected Shop, you can order DIY pre-cut PPF films. These films are 8mm thick, and they come pre-cut, so you can install this yourself. You stand to save literally thousands of dollars. Now, on my recent road trip this last week, I did get into a little bit of a fender bender, and with that, the paint on my car is pristine because that PPF was there and it helped to protect the paint. I have put this PPF on all of my cars, and this is helping to protect them exactly like it's meant to. Plus, I didn't have to spend $5,500 or more for a professional to do the install. So if you're looking to protect your car and save a little bit of money in the process, be sure to use code BTG for 20% off of your order on driveprotected.shop. So thanks again to Drive Protected Shop for sponsoring this video. So let's start with the Model Y. We are finally seeing reports that updated interior that does include the door cards that we've seen in the Model 3 for some time, and we've been seeing in the Model Y for all markets outside of North America. It appears that it's finally shipping with Model Ys out of Fremont. So I've seen a number of people confirm that they do indeed have that new interior, and they took delivery within the last week or so. So it looks like moving forward, the Tesla Model Y out of Fremont is going to have those new updated cards. Now, I cannot confirm if that also includes Giga Austin with the standard range Model Y. So as this continues to evolve, it looks like finally Tesla has moved through to update the interiors on all configurations globally of the Model Y and the Model 3. Next up, there is a new battery from BID that Tesla is using. BYD in China has been contracted to create a new battery for Tesla as they ship cars to the European market. Now, this new battery, there's not much detail on it other than it's going to be used in supplement of the LFP battery that is currently going into those cars before it ships to the European market. So at minimum, this is going to help with supply constraints, giving yet another possibility to put a battery in a car to help ship units. So this is actually a good thing. Now, BID is technically a competitor of Tesla, and this is where this industry does get very convoluted and very complicated. It is not uncommon for competitors to work with each other. Sometimes competitors can also be suppliers, and sometimes competitors can also be customers. So this is a very tight space that we're in right now, and as this transition is happening, we're starting to clamp down on available capacity globally. So there's going to be more of this in the future as we start to see more companies start to partner up. Now, possibly the biggest news of today, which just happened within the last hour, Tesla has removed the long-range Model 3 from the order configuration site. It is completely grayed out now, and it just says accepting orders starting in 2023. So it appears that Tesla is not going to be allowing any further long-range Model 3 orders for the rest of this year. And it's starting to raise a lot of questions because there are so many things at play right now, both globally and here domestically. Of course, the first thing that comes to mind is the tax credits that are presumably going to be passed here any day now and signed into law. As you know, there are price caps on MSRP, and the price cap on sedans is $55,000. Well, the problem becomes the Model 3 long range was last priced at $57,990. Now, there are other issues with qualifying, which include the minerals that go into the battery, but other than that, it was not going to happen anyways because it was too expensive. So there's been a lot of talk about, is Tesla going to reduce the price? Are they not going to reduce the price? Because at the end of the day, if all cars qualified for both the component makeup of the battery and the mineral inputs of the battery, the Model Y would be almost the same price as the long-range Model 3. So it's not surprising that something is happening with the Model 3. We just don't know exactly what is happening with the Model 3. So are they going to start putting in a new battery in the Model 3? Are they planning to reduce the price and just stopping orders now? Or this continued engine of demand that Tesla seems to be ramping, is that really what's driving this? Are they putting a hold on that because there's too many orders to begin with? Also, I think what's very likely happening is that they are reserving the number of batteries that they have available for the rest of the year to start ramping additional capacity to the Model Y. If you order a Model Y right now, it is a extremely long lead time to get that car. Of course, Tesla has raised prices like $16,000 or $17,000 on the long-range Model Y over the last year and a half, but that doesn't seem that it's helped slow down demand for these cars. So it's very interesting to see, is Tesla just allocating resources more to the Model Y to start pumping out those volumes much quicker? Or is there something else going on? Is there a slight change coming to the Model 3 that we don't know about yet? I think it's possible that we could be seeing a new battery configuration coming in. But to answer right now on the 4680 question, I highly doubt this has to do with the 4680. I could absolutely be wrong, but keep in mind, they have enough batteries right now to support the existing projects. They do not have enough output of 4680 cells to start transitioning large order off the website models. Right now, as you know, it's only the off menu standard range Model Y that has those 4680 battery cells. So to move those into the rest of the models, which is ultimately the long-term goal here, they are going to need a lot more output than they currently have. Now, could they secretly have more? Sure, absolutely. But this has not been discussed publicly as anything other than having enough to maintain their current status. And of course, this is going to be priority for the Cybertruck, the Semi. So there's a lot of other things that need that capacity, the limited capacity that they have right now. And the Model Y standard range out of Giga Austin seems to be continued to be pushed out as that somewhat guinea pig car on the road. Now it's really exciting because we're starting to get some more details about those 4680s, some of the stats, especially from the Monroe team. So it's getting a closer look at how close are these things to what was announced on Battery Day a couple of years ago. So if you want a long-range Model 3 and you don't have an order in right now, unfortunately, you are out of luck. So the only way you're going to be able to get a long-range Model 3 for the rest of this year is if you either get a demo model at the end of the quarter or somebody cancels their order and it happens to show up in inventory. Usually when somebody cancels, however, they do reassign that bin to somebody else with the same configuration. So it's really tough to get one of those. So a demo model is likely your best option to getting a long-range Model 3. Of course, you can go used, but you will have to pay more money than you would if you bought it new. So keep that in mind. Take that all with a grain of salt. I know that this is really unusual news and we're not exactly sure 100% what's going on, but I wanted to get this out to you as soon as I found out about it. So with all that, I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, of course, give it the thumbs up. If you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel as we continue to post content regularly. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram @BeardedTesla. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.